Hey guys, it's me. I hope it's recording. I'm having some issues. That's a shocker. Anyways, happy Wednesday. I'm just going to walk through what we're doing today. Remember that today is going to be your informational text. And per yesterday, we're looking at text structures. So let me walk you through what we're doing. Okay. This lighting is really not optimum, you know what I mean, for videos. Okay. So please make sure you complete that attendance journal / reading log, por favor. My kiddos that are in person, y'all have been killing it at reading your 10 minutes every single day with me, and I'm really proud of you. You've all really matured and done such a super job, and I just wanted to give you a little shout out. Today we're going to read an article in Common Lit. I'm going to send it through Common Lit to Google Classroom, and you're going to get it, and I'm going to show you what that looks like and answer some really specific questions. And then you're going to identify the type of text structure in the article. I can get it to go. Okay, so let me walk you guys through. Today we will analyze characteristics and structural elements of informational text, and you're going to read herd behavior and identify its text structures. Okay, here we go. Let's look and see where we are. Guess what? It's right there. Okay. Our current unit is the fight for freedom. It is about building a strong foundation of reading and writing skills, and what we're going to do is analyze how the use of text structure contributes to the author's purpose. Okay, so we talked about in class quite a bit about how you guys receive information. Remember, we talked about songs, even TikTok, social media. You receive information in a ton of ways: plays, poems, and informational text. Okay, and the authors put them in that specific order for a really specific reason. And you're going to really like this one. It's going to appeal to everything that's happening now with our culture. Okay. So, like I said, you're going to, it says first go back into today's assignment to read herd behavior. What that means is that, remember how Edpuzzle, it sometimes is a separate link. So it will say Common Lit, and there'll be a link there. And you're going to click on Common Lit and it'll take you to it because it's interactive. So we're going to go to that. And we're going to look at everything too. So here's a reminder of the types of text structures and what you're looking for. We talked a lot about yesterday how when you were first in school and around third, fourth grade, you were introduced to description. Then we talked about sequence, order of events, and then moved into problem solution, compare and contrast, cause and effect. Okay, here are the questions. This is a strategy I've given you kiddos for test taking strategies. I personally do this every single time I have to take a test is I look to see if I can. I read the questions first because it creates a filter in my mind, and then I can go back and really focus on what the questions are asking of me. So the questions say, which type of text structure is used in the text? If you need to, you can refer back to the chart. How can you tell which type of text structure it is? How does the author organize the information? So we're looking for really specific examples. So if you answered the first one and you said, cause and effect, then you need to tell me why it's cause and effect. Give me a specific example. And then this question is like my favorite question. Think of another real life example of herd behavior or a time in history that herd behavior took over. So you're really going to, you can even look things up. You can go online and do a little research if you need to, but really tell me and hone in on what is herd behavior. So figure that out. And then look at the examples in the text and think of a time, and it could be really recent, that you witnessed herd behavior, okay? I'm gonna see if I can get out of this. Escape, please. And then don't forget to read, but hold on. Don't go anywhere. All right, when you click on Common Lit, it's gonna look like this. And I love it. Okay, so a couple things. And again, it says herd behavior like, that was good. Not like you heard it, So what we're going to do is you're going to go through the guided questions, and what it's going to do, I turn it on, and that means that when you guys are going along and if you need to click on the read aloud and it will read it for you. It's kind of robotic, but if you need it, you absolutely should use it. When you guys go through here and it's asking you the questions, like it'll say question 1, here's your question. You're 1 of 4, and you have to click on that. It's kind of like the Edpuzzle as well, where you have to click on it to get through it and move on. And what I love about this is it breaks it up into sections. I love that. So it tells us what is herd behavior, examples of herd, and behavior in crowds. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to read the very first intro for you and kind of get you warmed up and started, because I actually printed it for myself and I've read it 3 or 4 times because I think this is kind of psychology. You guys, if you're in class with me and I had you last year, you know that I love sociology and psychology. I love the study of people and kind of, why do they do what they do? And that's what this is all about. And you're going to be like, what? This is exactly what I've been seeing. So you're going to very much connect. Okay. So let me read the very first part. I'm going to pause and stop and then remind you again to make sure you read for your 10 minutes today. All right. And then I'm going to cut you loose. Here we go. Herd behavior by Common Lit. Herd behavior is a term used to describe the tendency of individuals to think and act as a group. As you read, take notes on how herd behavior affects the actions of humans. Here's a little background. The term herd behavior comes from the behavior of animals in herds, particularly when they are in a dangerous situation such as escaping a predator. All of the animals band closely together in a group and in a panic mode move together as a unit. It is very unusual for a member of the herd to stray from the movement of the unit. The term also applies to human behavior, and it usually describes large numbers of people acting the same way at the same time. It often has a connotation of irrationality, doing things that are out of the norm, that some people would say like are kind of crazy, like this doesn't make sense. Why are you doing that? That's irrationality. As people's actions are driven by emotion rather than by thinking through a situation. Human herd behavior can be observed at a large scale: demonstrations, riots, strikes, religious gatherings, sports events, and outbreaks of mob violence. When herd behavior sets in, an individual person's judgment and opinion forming process shut down, as he or she automatically follows the group's movements and behavior. So then you're going to stop and answer the question. Okay, examples of herd behavior. Herd behavior in humans is frequently observed at times of danger and panic. For example, a fire in a building often causes herd behavior, with people often suspending their individual reasoning and fleeing together in a pack. You guys know what this is like. Something happens and everyone looks around to see what everybody else is going to do, right? People in a crisis that requires escape will attempt to move faster than normal, copy the actions of others, interact physically with each other, and ignore alternative strategies in favor of following the mass escape trend. Another commonly cited example of human herd behavior is the phenomenon of stock market bubbles. Large stock market trends often begin and end with a mass frenzy of buying bubbles and selling crashes. Many observers see these driven by emotion rather than reason to join the crowd. Greed drives mass buying frenzies, and fear drives crashes. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop there. I don't want to read the whole entire time for you, but if you guys need anything, please let me know. I'm sorry, let me bump into this. Don't forget to read your 10 minutes, because tomorrow's reading/attendance journal will be all about what you're reading, okay? You guys are going to love this article because it bumps into the fictional story that you're going to read. It's called The Man in the Well on Thursday, and it's incredibly good. It's very eye-opening, and you're going to be like, oh, and you're going to have like all of these light bulbs, pow, 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 popping open for you and lighten up, because that's what happens to me. I go, oh, and then all of a sudden, da-da-da, things just come into place, okay? Y'all have an amazing Wednesday, and enjoy the herd behavior. Ooh, that's a cow noise. I don't know. Anyways, I'm being weird. I gotta go. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Sending my sunshine hugs per usual, and y'all have a perfect day. And guess what? You are amazing, and don't you ever forget it. Okay? Bye.